Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to put down our little card for the day and have a little shuffle and see what we've got coming up for today. Right, okay. So just having a shuffle. Let's just see what we've got. Okay, so for today we have the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is, as you can see, it's a people card. It's to do with thought processes and stuff because it's a sword. The knights tend to be talking about sort of younger adult type of age group when you're looking at what sort of age group these people might be. So, you know, sort of under 30, that sort of age group. So it's quite a young adult energy, and this would represent usually an air sign person because it's a sword. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, that kind of energy. So in terms of a people card, that's what we're talking about. So, you know, people that are quite articulate, very kind of wordy, spend a lot of time in their heads, think things through a lot. But also they're kind of fun. They can be quite changeable. They can be very lots to say. Yeah, so really quite sort of busy energy with when I'm in their energy. It's usually quite busy, especially in the head. Lots of things going on in the head. So that's where we are with the Knight of Swords. That's the sort of person that we're talking about. When we're talking about a kind of general meaning, or a meaning in a reading where it's not talking about a specific person, it tends to be talking about changes that are coming in. It can be quite a swift change that comes in. The swords are quite speedy. You know, they do come in quite quick. But also, you know, I always think of swords, and especially with this one, about cutting to the chase, you know, getting straight to the point. And chopping and changing things around. When the change comes in with the Knight of Swords, it comes in quickly. So whether it's for good or not so good, or whether it's just something that's really needed, it happens quite quickly. Once the actual change starts, it's a swift change that comes in, the Knight of Swords. So you can see with this Knight of Swords, he's kind of, he's got a slightly sort of, it depends what way you look at this card, all right? So it depends what way you see him. So sometimes I see him as just a guy that, you know, might be on his phone, chatting away. Sometimes he can look a little bit sneaky, like he's doing something that he might not really want everybody to see. So it just depends how you see this card, okay? So there's a lot of different energy goes on in this card, and it just depends what jumps out to you at any given moment. And I just kind of feel like I'm looking at his legs today, okay, and you know, he's on that one leg, that left leg, and ready to take a step forward with this right leg, and it's almost like I feel like I'm ready for a change in direction. That's the energy that I get with this card at this moment. As you would have probably heard me say before, if you've listened to my stuff before, the thing with these Faulkner Tarot cards, and any tarot deck really, is there'll be different things that stand out to you on different days. And that's where it's important to use your intuition and what you're drawn to. You know, different days I might be drawn to his cap, so this hiding. I might be drawn to the fact that he's got his shirt collar up and he might be feeling a bit cold and chilly. I might be drawn to the tree there. That can kind of feel like sometimes I need to learn something to change. Also, sometimes I get this, okay, and I can just see it now. There's like a little sort of, I can only describe it as a shape. Sometimes that looks to me like a person, there, and sometimes I think that he's being followed or chased or trying to kind of hide from someone. So it just depends what pops out to me at any given time. So I would say that just go with what you get drawn to. See, today that just looks like it's probably like the corner of a chair or the corner of like a park bench or something like that. Sometimes that looks like a person to me. That looks like a leg, and then further up I can kind of see the outline of a shape, sometimes a person. And that can feel either quite sort of like someone who's creeping up on him, or it can feel like someone that's protecting him. So you have to kind of go with your intuition, is basically what I'm saying. Okay, so as far as a card for the day goes, it talks about change. It talks about change happening and swift changes. All right. So depending on the other cards that you have around it, it will depend what you can kind of see whether that change might be for the better or whether it might not be. I'm just going to pick up a card I've dropped on the floor. For the Oracle card. There we go. I've just picked it up. And it is the Follow the Moon card. How spooky is that? So we have a full moon tonight. With 30th of January. We're 98% illuminated. So practically a full moon. Tomorrow is the actual full moon. So it's a kind of really good time for thinking about change, thinking about what you need to release, thinking about what you need to let go of. The full moon's interesting this month. I'm not an astrologer, but I am studying astrology at the moment. So I'm, don't take everything I say as read, because I'm just learning this stuff. But the full moon is written as if it's in Leo, but different astrology sites that I've been having a look at today seem to be saying different things. Some are saying that this is in Leo, and some are saying that actually it's kind of almost in Cancer because of the position of the stars around it. So some people are kind of saying it has a more Cancer energy, which is that more feminine energy. So this lady here, Cancer's also a watery kind of energy, and you can see that she's dressed in this nice sort of green, watery looking outfit. It has a lot of flow to it. These look like waves. So that seems to be pointing out that the watery side of this moon is important. But it's also kind of partially in Leo. So there's got that Leo energy as well, of being quite driven and quite almost has like a power to it, a fiery power as well. So you go with what you feel is right for you. If you feel like the watery energy is more prevalent for you right now and the emotions are high, then kind of go with that. If you're feeling more driven and more active and like you want to get stuff done, then you're obviously responding to the more Leo side of things. So kind of have a read up yourself on some of the astrology around this, because it's quite interesting the way that this particular full moon is going. I'm kind of feeling more Leo-y myself, but I'm a fire sign, so that may be that side of me responds to that side of things. But this card seems to be suggesting don't neglect the watery side of this. Okay, so follow the moon, important, and it's talks about the subconscious and paying attention to your dreams at this time. So all of those things showing up. I'm just going to put down a quick power animal to go with these, and this is Buffalo. So Buffalo talks about abundance and being provided for, being having enough, feeling like you have enough, feeling like you are not lacking in any area. So you will have enough of everything to sustain you. You can see the buffalo's quite big and obviously very well, sort of provided for, isn't he? Looks like he's eaten plenty, looks like he's got plenty of room to run around, doesn't look like he's in any danger there. So, the buffalo's looking pretty solid. What I would say to you is this is a good full moon for letting go of any sense of lack that you have around you. So full moon's about releasing. So if you've got an energy around you feeling like you don't quite have enough, this is saying you do. And using that kind of affirmation, I'm provided for in all ways, at the full moon, allowing yourself to release that lack is a great time to do it. Okay, so I will leave all of that with you for now, and I'll be back again tomorrow to do another card for the day. We'll do one on the actual full moon and see what we get then. In the meantime, have a really good day, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye for now.